Hello everyone, so today we'll be taking a look at the newly released Bandai Namco Arcade BLAST. Now I've actually opened this up before and played it a couple times. So what do I think of it? Can't tell you that yet, because you've never seen it before, kinda. Some of you might have seen it before, whatever. So it's basically another BLAST plug and play with HDMI 2.4 GHz wireless controller, the ability to save and resume games, and the ability to rewind games. It also has 10 games built in: Dig Dug, Galaga, Galaxian, Mappy, Rally X, Pac-Man, Pac-Mania, Sky Kid, The Tower of Druaga, and Xevious. This may sound nice and all, but the catch is AtGames made this system. Now, AtGames is mostly known for making really bad to decent Sega Genesis systems. Most of them were bad. But they were also known for making this really infamous thing, the Bandai Namco Flashback Blast. It's mostly the same thing, except it advertises arcade ROMs, except for Mappy. But inside are NES ROMs, screen tearing, anti-aliasing, low sound quality. Not the greatest system out there. But is this one gonna be any different? Let's find out. Let's take it out of the box. And like I said earlier, I think I've already opened this, which explains why there's no tape. And as you can see, they've really improved on their packaging. And by the way, on the back, there's a sideways version of the box. Just take it out of the box. And first up, you got way more stickers than usual. I've already applied 2 of them. This is some really nice packaging. We also got the instruction manual, micro USB cable, and you got a controller. Feels a little cheap, but it works amazingly though. And here we have the unit itself. As you can see, it's orange and not yellow. AtGames logo drilled in the back. Nice little touch there. Got a micro USB cable, which is extremely short, but luckily my TV has USB inputs, so whatever. And the instruction manual, simple black and white. Tells you how to pair the controller, play games, yada yada yada, whatever. I already know everything. I really like how the controller has a rewind button on it. The controller runs on 2 AAA batteries. Seriously, why AAA? Why not AA, like most people? So let's plug this thing in and see if it's much better than the previous model. Alright, so here we are in the menu interface, and it's looking pretty good so far. Here's our options right here. We got D-pad to move, yada yada, we already know what to do. Here's an about screen. Tells you how to join the Blast Club, and the product ID, website, all that other whatever. None of that stuff is really that important, but whatever. We're obviously gonna start with Pac-Man. And yes, they finally got arcade ROMs on it. So we push X to insert a coin. The graphics are looking pretty sharp. The gameplay is really smooth, too. The only thing that kind of bugs me is the sound quality. It's a little fuzzy, but it's much better than their Sega Genesis systems. So that's passable. 200, 400. We also have the ability to save. Load. And even rewind. Kind of makes weird sounds when you rewind. Galaga. Again, another pretty good game. No, I'm really glad that AtGames finally used the arcade ROMs instead of the inferior NES ROMs. So glad they finally listened. The system is actually pretty good so far. Much better than the 2018 version, which you really shouldn't be playing on anyways. Anyways, that's Galaga. We're just gonna do a quick playthrough of each of these games, because I don't want to bore you with gameplay, or waste any of your time. We got Pac-Mania next, which unfortunately takes quite a while to load, but now it's finally loaded. The audio is a little quiet in this game. But that's okay. The game is still very playable. The audio is a little lower in this version. By lower, I mean pitched down. Whatever, it still sounds okay. Much better than the Sega Genesis systems they made in the past. Dig Dug. A game where you inflate monsters until they explode, or drop rocks on them, which is kind of a weird thing. But it's still a very fun game. Also, is it just me, or does Taizo Hori look like a Smurf? I'm gonna Smurf this dragon until he Smurfs! And I'm gonna Smurf this balloon guy until he Smurfs. Okay, enough Smurf jokes. Okay, one more Puka left. By the way, I know they're called Pukas and Figars, whatever. Now for Mappy, classic game of cat and mouse. Now on to the story. I like how he's all like, what the heck was that? Okay, this time we're actually gonna try to complete a level. Oh, I actually got all 3 Meow keys. Or Mew keys, or whatever they're called. This right here. I was close to getting 3 that time. Hit him with the door. Alright, one more item left. I can do this. Yes! Now for Galaxian, which is the prequel, or I should say, a game that came before Galaga. As you can see, it's much harder than Galaga. That's for sure. On to an all-time favorite of mine, Rally X. I freaking love this game. It's kind of like Pac-Man with cars. The video is a little smaller on this game, but that's okay. At least it still has the catchy music. And the great gameplay where you have to collect all the flags and run away from red cars. It's kind of like Pac-Man with cars. Okay, now for Sky Kid. A game that I haven't played very much. As much as the other games, that is. So I'm not very good at it. Crap, I missed it. But that's okay, because we have the rewind button. Like I said earlier, I am not very good at this game. I only got half of it. Now for the Tower of Draga. It's a very hard game. Can't even get past the first level. Or will I? No, I won't. You have to be right next to the enemies to kill them. It's a very hard game. But let's see if I can beat this level. Now for the last game in the collection, Xevious. It's dangerous, it's devious, it's Xevious. Xevious is a pretty fun game, though it can be a little hard at times. Kaboom! Alright, so now to the final verdict. Alright, final verdict time. Should you buy the Bandai Namco Arcade BLAST by AtGames? Yes, you definitely should. Now you may be thinking, why? It's an AtGames product. It has to suck. You just watched gameplay footage of it, so no, it doesn't suck. Sure, the sound might be a little off and the controller feels a tad bit cheap, but the games are still very playable and they run very smooth, and they're arcade ROMs too. And I might be thinking, they just sent you a review unit. The actual units are going to have NES ROMs. And you'd be wrong. I actually got mine off eBay for about 15 bucks. So no, this is not a review unit. This is an actual unit. And like I said earlier, I got mine off eBay. These are also available at Family Dollar or even at Sam's Club as a part of the Legends Ultimate Arcade. But still, this is a really awesome system. The controller works amazingly, though it does feel kind of cheap. And I really like the rewind feature, where you can rewind games when you're in a bit of a pickle. And I like how easy it is to set up. And I really like how nice the packaging is. Kind of reminds me of the NES Classic Edition's packaging. I only have like about 2 cons though. Actually 3. One con being that the included micro USB cable is very short. So if your TV doesn't have any USB ports and you don't have any other micro USB cables, you're pretty much screwed. Another con I have is how cheap the controller feels. Okay, it doesn't feel that cheap, but it still feels kind of cheap. Still works amazingly though. And the last con I have is the sound. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. I've definitely heard better sound quality, like the sound quality I've heard on the arcade 1-up machines, or the Jack-specific plug-and-plays, but still, you should definitely get this. There are definitely better options out there, but this is a great option. Much better than the 2018 model. Because it actually has arcade ROMs on it, instead of NES ROMs. This is a definite must-have, even though it is kind of hard to find since it just came out. So it's not available at Walmart yet, or at Target, or on Amazon. You can get it off eBay though, which is where I got mine. Yeah, this is a definite must-have, and it gets my seal of approval. So yeah, thanks for watching.